Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Oke, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Please introduce myself. My name is Asep Awaluddin from English Department of Adab and Humanity Faculty, Islamic State University, Sunan Gunung Jati, Bandung. Previously, I will give a preview of my research in George Orwell books, The Road to Wigan Pier, entitled The Reflection of Social and Class Conflict. So, in this research, I want to find every incident that indicate class conflict that occur in Wigan, as stated by Orwell in his writing. In this research, I use the sociological theory of literature and genetic structuralism to answer every question that underlies this research. First of all, I want to explain the selection of the title of this research. This research has the title The Reflection of Social and Class Conflict. This title was chosen because it is considered to represent everything that I find in this research. Social reflection will describe every incident that occurred in Wigan, and class conflict refers to the contradiction between the lower class and the upper class. Orwell calls it the conflict between the bourgeoisie and the proletariat. Okay, and I will answer the question from my examiner of my thesis. The first, in addition to taking care of my college final exam, I did this to find some problem that I found a book called The Road to Wigan Pier by George Orwell. And second, this study aimed to answer several questions, such as how is the social conflict at the Road to Wigan Pier, and what class conflict is described in the Road to Wigan Pier. And the third, I use sociology of literature theory and genetic structuralism to answer any question I raise. The fourth, there are several studies related to my study, such as the Lia Ramadhani study. The difference between my study and Lia Ramadhani study are in the research title, question, and the theories. And the fifth, the research method that I designed is a qualitative research method, namely a research method based on the objectification of any data found in the study until it reaches a conclusion. And the sixth, overall data that I found in this study research 50 data, which is divided into 2 points of view: the perspective of reflection on social and class conflict, and 7, there are 10 sample data I analyzed from all the data that I found. And the 8th, in this research, I used the book survey method to collect data and search for data from Slack novel, survey book, or documentary studies, which are a method and data by reading text. And the 9, read the whole novel. And the second, read some relate data, and the third, identifying data, and fourth, the last, apply data for research, and 10th, in this research I did it by dividing it into data, categorizing, interpreting, and making conclusion. And 11, my answer to the first investigasi question is that I found many events in the novel On the Road to Wigan Pier, which were how the objective state of the Wigan community at the time. And the 12, and for the second question, and the first question, I conclude that the social and class conflict in the novel reflect the real condition of the author's social life. Based on the theory of genetic structuralism, that literary work results from the social reality of the author. Therefore, the problem of social and class conflict that appear in the novel The Road to Wigan Pier are caused by this condition of reality. Orwell's depiction of social life in his novel is straightforward because the social and class conflict in the novel are as real as his social life. And the 13th, I conclude that in the novel that Road to Wigan Pier is a novel that raises the issue of social and class conflict. This novel tells about historical values that generally describe the condition of the British social class. In a discussion of Orwell's attitude toward social and class conflict, the author answered his disappointment with the English classroom system. Orwell witnessed the inevitable poverty and injustice of the class system, represent the real condition of the author. This can be proven by the story novel that reflects the real social life of the author. Maybe now. Thank you for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.